Oh my goodness. Here we are. All right. Good morning, Brick World. Good morning, panel. How are you all today?
Morning. Cold.
Still probably a little chilly no matter where you're at.
Florida, and it's cold.
Yeah. I was talking to my mom last night, and she lives in Pensacola.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, she was telling me about it. And I'm pretty sure Georgia just got snow yesterday.
Yeah. We got a little dusting at my house, but not much. Nothing to write home about or anything.
I mean, look, the biggest thing I think really more than anything is like, okay, yeah, maybe some places we got some snow or you got some sleet or whatever. The problem is for most of us, it just hasn't risen. The temperature hasn't risen above freezing.
No.
I mean, here where I'm at, and Brick Bay is not too far away too, is it hasn't gotten above basically about 25, 26, 27 degrees in the last week or so. And according to reports for us, on Thursday, this coming Thursday, it will finally get to 30 degrees. We might get lucky and get. I know I heard it might snow again. I don't know. But like for me, it's like snow's whatever, man. You know what I mean?
Right.
Plow that stuff or whatever. But see, even the last time, and I think we talked about this last week, maybe. I can't remember if we did or not. But like, got snow, but then we got sleet and freezing rain. Mm-hmm. So you got like this nice powdered snow, but then you got 2 to 4 inches. You know what I mean? Of ice combined mixed with snow, and I mean it's insane. And I've gotten footage. Because there's so many places around here, especially if it's like a field or something, you know what I mean? Like the snow looks really weird because it's frozen over. And not only is it frozen, but it continues to keep freezing over. And we've had wind too. So we've just had like these sub-zero temperatures, man. And that's what's
it's glistening. It looks like an ice skating rink or something out of like
it just looks weird. Like I said, I took footage of it and everything. And but yeah, I don't know. It's pretty wild trying to deal with this, because like I said, if it would just at least warm up just a little bit, the snow would just get softer, the ice part would melt, you know what I mean? But like we're stuck in this polar vortex, bull crap. But I will say this, just be careful out there, everybody.
Yeah.
Don't be foolish. Don't throw caution to the wind. Make sure if you can get some salt, have things prepared. If you lose power, just think about these things. You know what I mean? Because especially down south, a lot of people down there, it's not like an insult or anything, but a lot of people just don't know how to deal with this kind of weather. You know what I mean? Like you're not used to it. It'd be like if up here up north, man, we just got like severe heat waves constantly, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we just laugh at y'all like, oh, that's not
right. So be careful out there, everybody. Before we get too much into the show, I just wanted to give another round of applause for everybody out there in the chat. We love you guys. Thank you so much. We appreciate the engagement. And also, as is tradition, a round of applause for all the lurkers out there. I sympathize with you. Hashtag let me lurk, So round of applause for you. Appreciate the views, everybody. Thank you so much. So our topic for today, I figured since it's February 1st, and at least in a capitalistic type of sense, it's the month of love. So I thought we'd talk about Lego and love. Oh, look at that. You get this.
No shirt.
Yeah. Instead of stars in your eyes, it's hearts in your eyes, So.
Or daggers, but either one.
Right. So I just figured, we talk about Lego and love, and I'm not talking about like I love my kids or I love my toys. I'm talking about like romantic type love, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I thought we'd get into stuff about like dates and relationships around Lego, gifts that you can give your partner that revolves around Lego. And just the demeanor of Lego and love and romance. You know what I mean? It's not like I would say a huge part of the Lego world. You know what I mean? But it definitely is significant enough that there's been plenty of sets that revolve around it. And times have changed. I bring this up a lot with being a nerd. Like when I was young, growing up and stuff like that. being a nerd was not cool. It was not trendy, and you usually got made fun of, or even your butt kicked sometimes, because you liked all this weird stuff and whatever. You were looked at as different or abnormal or weird. But hitching onto that is Lego. You know, maybe 20 years ago, if I went up to a woman and was like, hey, you want to just go build a Lego set for a date or whatever. I mean, it's possible maybe she'd be cool with it, but I don't know. I'd probably get looked at a certain kind of way. Yeah. But because again, times have changed, I think that it's maybe probably even a little more acceptable. Look, it's also without the social stigmatism to it, possibly it's a fun thing to do. You know what I mean? Build a Lego set with somebody. I mean, you get to have a really great conversation while you're both doing something, you know what I mean? That you can talk about and whatever. So yeah. So we'll get into a lot of that stuff. I just thought it'd be fun to talk about some love and Lego. Yeah, man.
And I would have been into it 20 years ago, so I was building. So,
and I gotta say, if you ask you're like a person, doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman or whatever, and the other one says yes, that sounds really fun. Let's build a Lego set. That's already a really good green flag and a good step in a good direction. You know, somebody that is humble enough or not have some ego, you know what I mean, and be like Lego, like even if they don't not into it, just something they're like, I'm willing to try something new. So it's definitely a good thing. Yeah. So that was going to be our topic for today. Also, I wanted to say about the Good Morning Burkhardt intro. I don't know. I keep watching it. I think I need to change the frame rate or something. Because it's one thing if my hand shakes or whatever, but it feels like that it's not keeping up with the movement of the camera or something. So I don't know. I got to work on that. I don't know if anybody else really notices it, but
probably not. No,
I notice it.
But it's because it's your own thing. That's why.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of like when you draw, like when I draw stuff, I'm always like using my harshest critic about it.
Right.
So yeah. Lots of changes going on. I've mentioned also for those that don't know, I like to keep this at least in the loop. That they're I've talked to Lego Longoria about taking over the show after episode 300. We still need to have like a deeper conversation about things because I have at least a couple standards, before just giving the show away. But for those that are just learning about stuff like this, talking about this and stuff, the reason because I was going to just end it on 300 and, but I know a lot of people really like the show. They really like having the show to watch, on a Sunday morning. It's almost tradition for a lot of people. So that's why I decided to go ahead and, have it carry on through somebody else. And like I said, there are a couple standards that I have, or, it's not going to happen, but, I thought I could live on, you know what I mean? It doesn't have to just end with me, the show, like if it was Pure and Fury or something, that's different because that's just me. But, this show is always revolved around co-hosts and stuff like that. It's not just about me. And not even just on this end, on the panel out there, in the chat, you guys, the viewers, you're also part of this. So, and who knows? Like Lego Longoria, maybe he'll be like, he'll still let me come on as a guest sometimes.
Yeah, whatever, man, for sure, dude.
I'm just kidding.
For sure.
Yeah. But we still got a couple months left. We're on like 292. So what do we got? Like 8 episodes left or something like that. So that's a solid 2 months right there. And that's if we don't miss any shows because they've gotten sporadic. I almost canceled this morning because I was actually feeling pretty sick. Like I don't know, like 4 or 5 o'clock this morning. But passed. I'm fine.
Yeah.
All right. Well, before we get too much into the show, let's go ahead and do the bulletin board real quick. Then we will get into the highs, hellos, and how are yous. And get the rest of the show going. We definitely got some news to talk about. There's a lot of new sets that have released, and I'm sure we all have thoughts about some of them. And I have a question about one of the new things that have come out. And I brought this up before, but it hasn't gone away. So I really wanted to ask a serious question about it. And hopefully maybe somebody will have a good answer. All right. Replay gang. Just want to say thank you very much. As always, the Replay gang is strong. And we appreciate all the views and the replays, as well as any comments that you guys leave. Any engagement is really great, and we appreciate it very much. If you would like to support any of the co-hosts on the show, as you guys can see, we do have a couple missing today. They may be here, they may not. It's just kind of up in the air right now. This is one of the things that I repeat sometimes because Brick Babe was just going through this actually, and I'm sure still probably is. We have lives. Like everybody else. It might be a family thing. It might be a work thing. It might be, Sunday's one day out of the week that, most of us have off. It's also a day where a lot of people go to church. There's a lot of things that are going on. So sometimes you just can't be here all the time, So, and that's fine. That's fine. Like I said, as of at least currently for at least 8 more episodes, I'm the only one that's tethered to this show. If the show goes on, like we talk about, then Andrew will be the tether to the show. Now, don't get me wrong. I'd be amiss if I said Brick Babe wasn't really tethered to the show. But I don't like to just. I don't like
the situation.
Not doing it without you.
I know. I just don't like to just throw anybody in anything without knowing. I don't like to assume anything. So, anyways. So, yes, if you'd like to support the co-hosts, please, the links to their thingamajiggers are in the description below. So go to those links and support them any way you can. They would much appreciate it. If you'd like to support me, support any of the videos that I do on here, live streams, or any of the endeavors that I pull on this show, or shenanigans, you can, you're actually doing it right now. You're watching. So we appreciate that. The views are always the best thing. But yes, if you'd like to do anything else, whether it's engagement, if it's donations, become a member, we have different tiers for different things. Yes, anything would be appreciated, even if you just think about me before you go to sleep at night. If you'd like your sig fig to be on the Good Morning Brick Road intro, like you probably saw earlier, or any of the videos that I do, whether it's a city video, sometimes I do stop motion videos and sig figs are in there. I generally have sig figs just in all my videos in one way or another, just because I'm pretty sure I've got up to like 60 of them now. Yes, you can send it to the PO box in the description below, and it will be at the very least, it will be in the intro. So, also, I wanted to say one more thing before we get out of the bulletin board. February is also Black History Month. Next weekend we will be doing that will be the topic of next week's show, just Black History Month. But the one thing I really want to do is, and we do this every year, is highlight Black creators in the community, but not just creators, mock builders, or just anybody that has something to do with the community. You know what I mean? That really needs to be recognized in general. But if you know anybody, that you feel definitely should be recognized or highlighted, please let us know. We already know a bunch of people in the community anyways, that we like to, highlight, but we know also a lot of other creators that maybe we don't know or not familiar with. We generally do our due diligence trying to find anybody we can, but if you guys know anybody, please let us know. We would like to highlight, a minority of people that are in our community that probably just get overlooked. So please help us out and do that. That is the bulletin board, everybody. And, I think it's time to get into the highs, hellos, how are yous, and good mornings.
Yeah.
I'm freaking cold, man.
I can tell, man. You're wearing your beanie.
I know. I got my jacket right here just in case. But, dude, it sucks. It sucks. And for the life of me, look, so I've mentioned this plenty of times. Like, I get in the middle of the country, like, you just get a winter. Usually it's pretty mild. You know what I mean? You can handle it. But people that are further north, when you start getting like upper New York and Michigan and like maybe Wisconsin and like Maine or whatever, and even in Canada, I feel like everybody in Canada should just like move. Like, I don't understand how anybody can live in severe cold weather, man. Like, it's not like it's just for like, oh, we just got it for a month. It's for like a long time.
Yeah, I wonder if it's because we were getting. Well, I mean, I know it's because I'm getting older. Like when I was younger, I wanted to move to Alaska, like like do all that stuff, and then I can't handle 37. Like I'm like, man, it's I think I'm just old now.
Yeah,
I'm the old man that's like, it's too cold outside.
Yeah, it's just and like for me, personally, because a lot of people know I have diabetes, so I have like neuropathy really bad in my hands and stuff. But like the colder it gets, like the less I can use my hand. Dude, when I was at work the other day, I have like the earbuds, whatever. Because I'll have like at least one in my ear and listen to music, and I have it for the phone, like when I'm working on like refrigeration systems, lobster tanks and stuff. But I'm in the van. And I took it out of my ear, and I'm trying to hold on to it and put it in the little case thing.
Yeah.
I either kept dropping it, or I know it sounds unreal. Okay. But I'm being totally honest with you guys. I can't even have enough strength in my hands to press hard enough on these earbuds, man, to like lift them up. Like I can lift them up. It's not my arm. It's my hands, my fingers.
Right. Yeah.
Dude, it just sounds so weird because as big as a guy I am, as strong as I am, it's like I can't even like pick something up with my fingers. So
that's crazy.
Yeah, we're eventually trying to see about like going somewhere south. You know what I mean? I think I've told everybody like Alabama was like on the next one that was on the list. But actually now Dallas might be a possibility, dude. You guys got to start calling me JR.
Yeah, Dallas. Wow.
Oh my gosh, man. I don't know. Maybe there's a Sue Ellen here. I don't know. But anyways, all right. I don't know. Let's get to the highs, hellos, and R's, man. I know everybody else is cold too. Gina, good morning to you. My bricks in the house. Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
I was just on their show the other day. It was a good time. I'm going to be sharing another clip pretty soon too. I was going to share it yesterday, but I had so much stuff I was posting. I was like, I'll just wait a little bit. Ms. Brick on Brick. Good morning, chat and panel. Good morning to you. Thank you for being here. Brick Babe says, good morning, fam.
I know her.
Order 66. Good morning, Brick World. What is going on? How you doing, my friend? Also, smash that like button, please. Moto, what is going on, my friend? It's good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Who else is out there? Lonely One Kenobi. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's good to see you.
Good morning.
Smokey. Good morning, Brick folks, Hive host, and chat. Yes. Good morning to you as well. Did everyone freeze or just me? No, I think we all answered that question already. Let's see, Cajun 8 Fall. What is going on? Good morning, everyone. Y'all stay safe and warm. Yes.
Yeah.
Stay safe. Stay warm. Who else is out there? Scott's Blocks in the house.
Morning.
Will says it's still frozen here, and I almost rolled my ankle multiple times in the frozen footsteps of explorers past.
I was gonna head this way today, so I'm like,
dude, I couldn't believe.
How's the mall looking?
Oh, I know, right? I was curious about that as well.
Oh yeah, today's first, right?
I just couldn't believe it was so cold that the other day I was able to walk on top of the snow without it
Making a dent.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not a lightweight. I mean, I'm at least roughly about 195. You know what I mean? So that's a lot of weight, walking on that snow and not doing anything. I felt like I was saying I felt like Legolas and Lord of the Rings, man. Because like I didn't really realize it when I watched the movies, but when you read the book, it talks about how like they're all like trying to get through the snow, and he's just like walking on top of it. You know what I mean? Because he's an elf, so he's like light to do it. Camel City Brick House. Good.
Good morning.
Good. What is this? Meningitis? Is this a meningitis?
I think so.
I mean, I don't think that's good, but good morning.
They have it? Maybe no meningitis is no mono is a kissing disease. Meningitis is viral.
Well, I know about spinal meningitis. Well, if it's a misspell, good morning. If it's not, I'm concerned. You should.
Yeah.
I don't know what to
Should
say.
not watching this.
I
Go to
think
the
it's a joke.
Oh,
doctor.
and you think I'd get it? Because I'm just a jokey kind of guy, you know. Rapture raccoon, what is going on, my friend? No love for the raccoon. What?
We love the raccoon. We
What
got
do
you,
you
coon. Well, that wasn't right. We got you. Right.
Yeah.
Were you not in the intro?
Not.
I feel like you were in the intro. I don't know where you are.
Oh my
I'm like looking over there, like, where are you?
And I'm trying to get these 5 seconds back.
Bricks by Dre. Good morning, Brick Road and chat. How we doing? Being snowed in? We ain't snowed in anymore. Yeah, we paid $250 to get our driveway plowed because, like, I shoveled a lot of it, but it's just
It was too much.
if more got in there when people on the road were plowing, but like there was still some more back by the garage because it was frozen.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like I was just like shoveling this. I had to go out there and like break it all up first and then shovel it. And when you're shoveling it, if you didn't break it up enough, you're shoveling like almost like giant rocks, man, like giant pieces of ice. It's insane. Insane. It's crazy.
It took me a couple
and I really feel like people that had plows were taking advantage of people.
Oh, of course they were.
Because
Sure
we
they
couldn't
are.
find any plow to do our driveway for under $250, man. We're talking like
What is it? I mean, I don't
maybe
know what it
5-10
normally
minutes worth of
costs.
work. You know what I mean? Huh?
What is it? What would it normally cost? Like, I don't know. I've never had to deal with.
I don't know because I've never had to have my driveway plowed.
Oh, okay. Right.
Because if it didn't ice up, we would have been just fine.
You could-
Got it all right to the
Right.
ground and everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
snow
that
blower.
was the problem. And something I totally forgot to rant about on Friday that I will this Friday is when they plowed our main street, because there's only one way to get in and out of our area.
Mhm.
They made it just barely big enough for one car. And
That's
stupid.
301.
dude, it's dangerous. But and I was like, well, maybe just but everywhere else I looked, all the public streets, whatever, clean cut, man, like plenty of room, right? And I was just like, this is because we pay a lot of taxes to live right next to the water here.
Mhm.
And I'm like, oh no, this ain't gonna work. This is how I've like officially complained to whatever the city or whatever.
Mhm.
And literally like the next morning they had 2 trucks out here like making it bigger and stuff.
Good for her. Heck yeah, dude.
But it's just like, dude, it's ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
Because
Like you
it's
said,
dangerous.
Yeah.
Rapture said you were talking about Lego and the month of love. Were you here last week, Rapture, when the GWP was released? A picture was shown, and Hive told me to build one. There is no love for singles over here.
Oh, the singles. That's right. Oh, that's what he's talking about. Look, if you're single, just pretend you're too good for everybody, and it'll make you feel better, man.
There you go.
You were.
There you go.
We got a king and a queen over here, and they have standards.
Right. Man, that was so funny. Like we were laughing on Think Outside the Blocks on Brick Road, and I was like, Hive told me just to build one. It was hilarious. That's my favorite
Yeah.
book. I said,
I can tell you this much. I'm really glad that I'm not young and trying to get into the dating world nowadays. I wouldn't know what to say to anybody.
Oh yeah.
I
don't think I'd be able to survive.
It seems so scary. Anyways, where are we at? Chef, what's cooking, brother?
What up, Chef?
Good morning to you. Good to see you, my friend. Slapshot, what is going on?
What up?
Thanks,
Good to see you.
Slapshot.
I just love that name, Slapshot.
And pretty cool logo too.
Yeah, I know. Love it cool also. Pink Wheels. What is going on? Mocking it up.
Heck yeah.
Mocking it up. Plus,
Looking good.
yeah, she posted about waffles, her doggy this morning, and I swear,
saw that. Yeah.
I look, and I can tell you this right now. Even if I hate your guts, if you post a picture of a dog, I'm gonna like it. I love doggies, man. I love
Yeah.
doggies so much. Look, that
Oh,
goes for
good.
cats too. If you post a picture of a cat, there's at least a 99.5% chance I'm gonna like it, because I like cats a lot too. Just cats are different, obviously, than dogs. I
They're
mean,
cooler.
That's a bold statement.
That's why their name starts with a C, because they're cooler.
Yeah, you're cooler. Okay, they're cool. They're cool. Look, and I'm giving respect to cats, but if someone's kicking my ass, do you think the cat or the dog is going to help me out?
You haven't met my cats.
All right,
They'll
you're
scratch
right.
your eyes out.
Well, there might be some people be out there like, all right, look, the cat ain't going to help you, but I'll take the cat and throw it at the burglar.
You know, remember the cats can climb up to their face. The cats will have them scratched up.
Oh gosh, I don't know why you guys talk so much mad stuff, dude. I'm just kidding. It's me talking mad stuff. Mav, what's going on? Good morning. Good morning to you. How you doing, my friend?
Good morning.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Who else is out there? Christine Harper. What is going on?
Chris,
Good
how's
morning,
the
man.
mall looking? I want to get by you guys.
You want to go to the mall?
Well, it's release day, and yeah, I haven't been to the Lego store in like a week. I'm going through withdrawals.
Went to withdrawals.
I'm working on trying to hang out, but it's weird because I'm by you guys all the time.
Yeah,
I don't want to say all the time, but a lot. Like I'm always around DC, Virginia, and I was just. What is that noise? Oh,
Andrew.
I was hearing something. Like, am I going
That might
crazy?
be me. The girls just showed up. That's why.
I was at Severna Park. That's probably kind of close to you too, I think. Ain't
Yeah,
it?
it is.
Yeah. So, but the problem is I'm working. So I'm like, should I just call like Will or Brick Babe or somebody? You know what I mean? To be like, hey,
We'll
you
just
should come
casually
hang out at
walk
this
over
grocery store.
We'll just casually walk over
Just-
there. Hey,
Go to the lobster tank. That's where I'll be.
I would
Anyway,
gladly do it.
it was wild, man, going through DC yesterday because it was first time in a long time. Whatever route it took me, I got to see like, the monument in the background, like off in the distance and stuff. It was weird. Anyways,
The
What's
roads
the-
aren't clear in DC.
it doesn't matter. The roads are never clear in DC. Take a look at Josephine Montroso, also known as Jigo. Jeez, I'm sorry. I'm just
I
butchering.
wrote it down.
Okay, crazy good and hidden talent because only on Flickr. I'm assuming you're talking about mock building.
hmm When you mentioned Black creators, that's when Moto.
Oh, right. There's a lot of mock builders that really don't care that much at all about social media in general. They just put pictures, you know what I mean, on like Flickr or something like that. Which mad respect. I'd like to see them get some more love, you know what I mean? Click and Cliff, what is going on? Good morning, yo. Good morning. Speaking of love, I love to fix frozen pipes. Yeah. So the old saying is like, leave your water dripping in your pipe. It helps it not freeze up. But I can tell you this right now. It don't matter what you do when you get to be getting in sub-zero temperatures. Because I worked in maintenance for so long, in residential maintenance, I've learned that you're good with frozen pipes and exploding pipes and stuff until you get to about 2 or 3 days in the sub-zero temperatures. After that, you got to be careful. Because in maintenance, man, we deal with this stuff all the time. I'm so glad I don't have to deal with it anymore. I'm in a different type of maintenance because I work on lobster tanks. They're gonna be just fine.
Yeah, lobsters don't have to drip their faucets.
So Bricks out there, what's going on? Hello there. Good morning, Brick.
What up?
It's good to see you, Britt. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. EMS Bricks, also known as Renee.
Good
Good morning to you.
morning.
Pinkle says Waffles is being Pa as Hill. Being what? Being Pa as Hill this morning. I don't know what that means. I feel like I'm just not getting it this morning. I'm just not understanding stuff. Okay. We got to the bottom of the chat. And I didn't even turn on the music. What's going on, man?
And Moto said it was just an overlook marker. So I was like, we'll still highlight this.
Okay.
And EMS
Rock
Bricks,
on.
did you get EMS Bricks?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Where's
I did
Moto?
say good morning. Yeah. So, I think we're gonna go ahead and get right into it. So there is definitely something I want to start off with the news, and then we'll get into like news sets and stuff like that. But I just need to know if anybody has a good answer to this, why it is what it is.
You got the Red Crocs. We knew it.
Oh,
We knew he was secretly in land.
in land.
Yo, I gotta tell you, man.
Wouldn't that be it if I was secretly in land this whole time and no one knew? That would be.
It's just the only reason I never said it is because I'm trying to expose all the haters.
Oh my god!
Be like, oh, you guys thought I
That'd be
was
so
the
funny.
hater. Oh no,
I'd be like,
no.
what?
I am the biggest
Yeah, I
shit
don't hate
Lego you'll
land.
ever meet in your life.
I'm inland. I don't hate it.
Oh,
I've just been vocal.
you know,
Oh, man.
I will say,
You and Fick.
well, but I feel like Fick doesn't make distinctions with stuff, though. That's the problem.
Okay.
Now, whether or not some people care that I do or not, I at least make distinctions about things. I don't like blanket statements or generalizations if I can help it.
Keep them guessing.
Well, because look, I don't like a tribal mentality about anything. So I'm not going to just hate land members. It's just a little more complex than that. I mean, it's not just because I have some that are friends. It's just that, you know, I think are nuance to things. I think there are things that we just don't know because you can't read people's minds. So when there's hardcore things that some of them say that I think is repugnant or not reading the room or pretentious, or you're actually in a pretty good state of privilege to get the things that you do, doesn't mean you guys don't work hard or anything. That's not even what I'm saying. But that certain privilege, you know, when you guys say certain things, whether you realize it or not, you look a certain way and it really doesn't look good. So when those things happen, I have no problem like putting them on blast and ranting about it. And most of them are good sports. You know what I mean? Most of them might even be like, yeah, all right, well, maybe you had a good point, but it's whatever, right? And then when they do good stuff, I feel like they need to be praised. I also think Lego takes advantage of them. I think Lego kind of throws them under the bus. I think Lego uses it as a wall, like a shield against everybody else for complaints and stuff. And I've told them, unfortunately, that's just going to get worse because the more Lego shrinks their sets and the more they jack their prices and the more they do certain things with marketing or shady type stuff that they do and don't explain anything and blah, blah, blah. I was like, unfortunately, you guys are ambassadors. You're the face of Lego. So everybody's going to be like, well, I've emailed Lego. I don't get a response, or I can't get a hold of Lego, or I don't even know who to go to. But I know these content creators that have comment sections and everything, they represent Lego. You know what I mean? So I'm going to complain to them because they're the ones telling me how great these sets are. So it's not fair on some things, but, you know, like I said, I just don't like the whole general blanket statements about stuff. As far as some of the land members, though, it has been very interesting to see some of their reactions to these clogs. You know, and my problem is information. I've seen a couple of them actually explain that they're not really made for general walking around in. They're more of a novelty thing or something just to collect. Why you do it, I don't know. But then again, I paid a lot of money for one minifigure one time. So you know what I mean? These things happen. But yeah, that's the thing is I think a lot of people maybe didn't realize that. Like they look like, hey, I just go out and walk around in them because that's what everybody's doing with them. You know what I mean?
No one walked in them.
Now, the thing I wanted to ask about is this. There's still $200 across the pond. And I don't know why. Because generally, because of, the economy and everything, like usually stuff is cheaper over there. Not by much, but just cheaper. But this is a whole $50 more. And I can't for the life of me figure out why. The only thing I could maybe think is the distribution part. I don't know, maybe because they make them over here in America and they gotta ship them over there.
Oh, maybe it's a whole tariff thing.
but here's what I would ask anybody across the pond right now that collects Crocs, wears Crocs, or bought Crocs. are your Crocs more expensive than
Oh, like regular ones. Yeah.
ones? Like, let's say, like, we have a pair of Crocs that cost $40. Do they cost you $80, or are they just? So that's what I'm wondering about, because I'm trying to figure out if this is a more of a logistics kind of thing, or if this is just Lego just pulling some crap.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Because it just makes no sense to me why it's $150 for us and $200 for them.
Is it a Lego thing or is it a Crocs thing?
I don't think it's a Crocs thing, because I look, I bet when they first collaborated, Crocs probably had in mind of just making a Croc shoe. You know what I mean? Like everybody else. And, you know, like I've mentioned before, leave it to Lego to be so pretentious and snooty to be like, oh, no, we're special. We're more special than any other IPs. So if you want to do a deal with us and make some money, you're going to have to make these first. Then we'll go ahead and make some normal Crocs. Like, it just the snootiness of Lego, man. It just seems like it knows no bounds. It's fine to have an awesome company, be proud of it, say our product is awesome, we whatever, all these great words. But once you start like putting yourself on a pedestal, you know what I mean, and acting so better than everybody, I don't know. It really has just been rubbing me the wrong way more and more. So, anyways, if anybody does know why they're $50 more over there, yeah.
Let me see if I can find out real quick. I mean, not that quick.
Moto. Oh, goodness gracious. Closet laying hive.
I'm telling y'all,
I'm telling you, dude.
there will be signs.
Yeah. 300.
Wouldn't that be crazy, man?
300. He's gonna reveal that.
Andrew, that's what's going on. See,
Yeah.
you saw that.
By the way,
You know, it did occur to me. I probably would be good for Lego Masters. Not for like the mock building part, but just that. I'm sure I could create some good drama on that show like they want.
That would be great.
Dude, would it be crazy if they did Lego Masters and it was me and every single person I've ever ranted about on the show, dude? You talk about awkward, man. Everybody'd be like,
and they all had to team up with you at least once.
Just got a text from Mom, but he said he's running behind. Winter sports are brutal. I think that's what he said.
oh,
Winter sports, dang.
dude, I get it. I get
Yeah.
it, man.
Weekend sports are brutal when they're early.
Yeah.
I had winter sports. I'm sorry, Mom.
I'm lucky. My daughter's competition is like 5:00 tonight, so we're good.
Why anybody would make any sports in the wintertime is beyond me.
It's the well, no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. It's not the taxes. Number two is UK retail prices. The VAT, value added tax, is 20%. Oh, and retailers build that into the RR into their retail.
Yeah, I mean, all their stuff generally is a little cheaper than ours. Just like we're a lot cheaper than like Australia or Canada. You know what I mean? And there's all kinds of complexities that involve in that. You know, I mean, everything from the power of whatever their dollar is to the economy to their tax rates to, you know what I mean? Like how big the country they are, just all kinds of different stuff. But it just seems odd to me that since generally the UK, their stuff is cheaper than us, why this is $50 more than us? Because again, I feel like even though they're generally a little bit cheaper, we're a little bit different some of like Australia or Canada because we're pretty close. So I feel like if them seeing a $200 Lego Croc set, like these shoes or whatever, is almost the same reaction we would have if they were $200 over here. You know what I mean? Thank you for censoring that, Whiskey. Good morning, by the way. Good morning. Also, good morning to Mayo. What is going on, my friend? It's good to see you. It's good to see you. Yeah. So, all right. Let's get into some new sets. I'm not even going to really bring up the regular news right now. We're just going to look at some pictures and talk about them. Before we do, though, I see somebody else out there. Super Cabre. Good morning. It's good to see you. It's good to see you. All right. Big old space guy. Big Fig. All right. I'm going to let you guys talk about it if you want. Let me hear your thoughts. But real quick, my biggest thing is it looks great and everything. I love it. But I'm just like, what's up with this, man? you don't get a fig. You get a 10-piece
playing.
a 10-piece chicken nugget with it. Like,
Yeah, like something like
It
you
looks
get out
like
of a rabbit
Rosie from the Jeffersons.
it's just
Lord,
lame.
ignore I said that. I said Rosie from the Jeffersons. It looks like
That would be a
That
good
was like
show, though.
Rose
I would
from
love
the
this.
Jeffersons.
You gotta remember the Rosie on the Jeffersons.
What was her name? Oh,
She had
Florence.
such an attitude, but she was
No,
such a great
Florence,
character.
yeah.
Oh, Florence. Florence and Billy D. I'm sorry, that's my favorite episode. If you haven't seen
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
it, Florence and Billy D. I'm sorry.
So, I mean, look, it's a nice set. Don't get me wrong, and I also appreciate that it seems like it's got a fairly reasonable price at $60.
No, that's not bad.
Yeah, I mean, almost every single Lego set I ever see, I'm like, it could be $10 cheaper. but whatever. Yeah, good stuff though. I am curious. Do you think that's a print or a sticker?
Print. We
Print.
ain't put no stickers on. Yeah.
Yeah, like because I think most of the big builds, they're prints, right? Like the
Yeah.
little chest pieces and the face pieces.
Yeah. And
That
one
would
other
be an
thing.
easy sticker to put on if it was a sticker, though.
Yeah,
Like
right.
the face
One of
is
the
a print.
easier ones. Yeah,
I think that they should have just done Benny. That would have been awesome, and they could have made like the thing cracked look cracked right here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
That
But
was-
yeah, this little 10-piece chicken nugget is lame though, man.
That
They
is.
should have just given us a figure. All right, Brickheads. If you're a fan of Fortnite, there's Fish Stick. That's great, dude. Fortnite's a weird game, dude.
Jay's a fan. I want to start playing it, but I'm still an Animal Crossing girly.
There are a couple games I've been wanting to play lately. I was telling Brittany not too long ago that I really wanted to play this Final Fantasy VII remake game. Also, I wouldn't mind playing some like Call of Duty or something like that. But there's definitely, I heard they're making a new Lord of the Rings game that's supposed to be like a world building type thing. But it's supposed to be like one of the biggest, because like in certain games like the Batman game or maybe probably Fortnite too, right? Like you can just explore worlds and stuff. So yeah, I think that'd be really awesome. Because I would love to see like a almost like a true scale Lord of the Rings world game. Because a lot of people don't realize, but because a lot of people just know Lord of the Rings from movies, but it took a long time for them to get start to finish. Because they're walking across basically the continents, you know what I mean? Anyways, Winnie the Pooh. I don't know, man. I don't know.
A little creepy looking.
I
I love Winnie the Pooh.
I like Winnie the Pooh too. I bought the first little set that came out. What was it?
Same.
The little house.
Yep.
I feel like bees in the Lego world do not get enough respect, man.
Well, those are cool.
Yeah, but have you ever seen them do like a nice scaled bee? Like when they did those, this is what I'm like, look, for as much talk as people say about bees and how much love and how they're so important to the world, and pollination and this and that. But Lego never makes a good looking bee.
Save the Lego bee.
Like when they did the insects, whatever, like a year ago or whatever.
I thought that was a good bee.
But
What about the Bricklink designer program? Wasn't there I'm torn between Louis Bricks and that. Somebody did a whole bee set that was really cool.
Well, unfortunately, I banned the Bricklink designer set, so
Okay.
yeah. So oh well. I don't know. It doesn't look horrible, but it doesn't look good either. But I guess if you're a Pooh fan,
That was my nickname growing up. I was called
Winnie
Pooh.
the Pooh.
I love Pooh.
Pooh.
I love Pooh.
I did wanted to share this comment that I saw. Fruit Snack says this seems insanely expensive, and this person says, "Okay, call me dumb, but I generally don't understand the pricing for Legos. Do they just not, or they just hate kids now?"
Yeah.
They just hate kids.
I mean, this is something I'm seeing from more just normies. You know what I mean? They just don't understand the pricing of Lego. Like even people that know Lego is kind of expensive, but I think even now people are like, that's a whole nother level of expensive. All right, more Brickheads. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Here for it. Love it.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
a big Turtles fan, but I haven't really messed with them in a long time. And when I say big Turtles fan, like I was at the right age when the toys came out. I was a huge fan of the cartoon and the toys, but even more so, I was also a big fan of like the old black and white comics. When they were a little more serious and stuff like that. Good stuff. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles definitely have become a pillar of pop culture
They
for
have.
sure. Monsters Inc.
Love it.
These two look great. I'm not sure about Sully.
Yeah, it looks a little weird.
I don't know yet about Sully. It's look, I say this is not everything needs to be made in Lego because it's not going to look right.
It doesn't translate. He looks like a rectangle with bumps and bumps.
He does look like he's
Like a graham cracker. Hey, Brick Dynasty.
It's like a grab crack.
graham cracker. There you go. Lego Shrek coming to Lego. I mean, Shrek coming to Lego. I know a lot of people are excited about this, but I have to ask you guys a serious question. Even if we want something, even if they give us something, like, is Lego just doing too much stuff? Like, they're trying to gobble up every single IP they can.
I was about to say this is a heavy Disney release. Disney, they're really pushing that Disney IP.
I didn't know. I thought this wasn't Disney. I thought this was like DreamWorks or something.
Well, before we had Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure that's one of the things they love.
No,
about
Monsters
Disney.
Inc. is Disney because when you go to Disney World, there's a Monsters Inc.
Yeah. I thought we were just talking about Shrek. Sorry, I didn't know you were talking about all.
I'm sorry.
No,
We
it's
had
all right.
no Shrek. I'm sorry. You're right.
No, but yeah, Monsters
Sorry.
Inc. is technically Disney. I mean, it's under
No.
Pixar. But,
No, my brain. No, I forgot we were on Shrek. I didn't see a picture. I'm so sorry. I would prefer Donkey. Yeah, that was I guess menopause moment. I don't know.
But the overall thing I was saying though is just as many IPs as they're trying to put out. You know what I mean? I kind of wish they just slow down a little bit.
Never.
Yeah. No, they're never. I mean,
That's
you know,
great company.
yeah.
Well, I
Too
think
much greed right
because
now.
they make it, and look, I'm not removing again responsibility or anything from the consumer, but they make it really hard to try and pick what you want the most.
Right.
I mean, because what is there anything they haven't made that not like? It seems like they've made just about everything. You know, Marvel, DC, Disney. You know what I mean? All these other things, Star Trek. Pokemon.
They haven't done
like
Hello Kitty.
the list goes on and on and on and on.
They
huh?
haven't done Hello Kitty. We haven't got any Care Bears, any Rainbow Bright, any Hello Kitty,
Give it
Wow.
time. Give it time.
Thundercats. Did
Because
we
they
get
only
thought
put
about
the
Rainbow
on the
Bright.
shelves.
Did we even get the J5 cartoon? I mean, I still have a wish list. They can get more IPs.
Well, you know, they got to make them smart bricks. The Fast and Furious Toyota Supra MK. Okay. I mean, Fast and Furious.
Is it pink?
I mean, it's good that Lego promotes reckless driving. I mean,
Is it pink?
it looks orange to me.
I will not.
Look, I lost track of them after like the second one. So, what are they on 10 now or something?
Yeah, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I never even watched the first one.
All right. The Douglas DC-3 commercial aircraft. Yeah, I mean, what else? What else you making, Lego?
They should have released the Crocs on April 1st.
Dude, that would have been
Remember that was 2
that would have
years
been
ago.
epic. But they would know, like nobody probably buy them because they wouldn't have taken it seriously.
That was the joke 2 years ago. That's like, remember we talked about it last week.
Oh yeah,
I think it'd be funny if they put out the good Crocs on April 1st.
yeah. Yes. Yeah.
So look, a big old aircraft, $200. And here, hold on a second. Look, something that's also important to note about all these different IPs and stuff that they're putting out. I've mentioned this before, and I think it's really important for everybody to pay attention to it, at least, that it really feels like they're pulling more away from kids in a way. I I would. I mean, obviously, I don't have time to do it right now, but I would like to see a percentage rate of, adult sets, that are at least like $100, $150 and up, or maybe even a little cheaper. But and then there's like kid sets, because even on the adult set aspect, whether it's Lord of the Rings, Pokemon, Star Trek, it's like, look, just because you want adult money doesn't mean adults have all that money. You know what I mean? Like a huge Star Trek fan had probably drop a load in their pants after seeing like, oh, wow, we're going to have Star Trek Lego. Crap. It's like really expensive. They couldn't have made just like Star Wars, like a smaller, just, miniature set.
Smaller version, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Just, a little miniature set, a couple figs with it or something. I don't know. It just feels like Lego's like, no, we're premium. You got to have a lot of money to have our stuff.
Yeah, they're starting high. They're not even because before, like you said, they used to have at least something for every tier of like who can afford it. They had some small, they had some mid range, and then they had some if you could afford the big set. Now they're just starting off at the big set.
Well, and not only that, but some people are like, well, don't make a smaller set the next round or whatever. And I'm like, well, let's look at Lord of the Rings. Yeah, you got 3 of the sets the last 3 that have come out, have all been at least a couple $100. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It is what it is, I guess. I feel bad for people that aren't just made of freaking money. You know what I mean? And the thing that makes me even more mad, we were talking about land members earlier. I saw one land member say, well, they're premium, and that means premium money, and not everybody has premium money. And I'm just like,
you were gifted.
Well, no, it's not even that. I don't care. Yes, you can definitely use that argument about like, yeah, that's a bold statement to make from somebody that gets the sets for free. And because you get those sets for free means you can afford to buy those sets with your own money because you didn't have to spend money on those sets. Like, again, that's what I mean about like not reading the room. You're just gloating at this point or whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
And like, there's just no humility at all in this stuff that they talk about. But yeah, I'm like, that's why I've never like the aspect of premium attached to a children's toy. You know what I mean? You shouldn't try and make a children's toy just premium. Now you can make a good toy, like you can even say like we're the best or whatever, but like, because once you slap premium on it, then it's like a whole different ball game, So I just feel bad for a lot of people that don't like adults that can't even afford like a $250 or whatever that Star Trek Enterprise cost. What was it, like 2, 3? I don't even remember how much it was. 350.
Yeah, I think it was 300.
So, Papa Trip in the house. What is going on, my friend? Yeah, let's look at a few comments before I get back into some of these pictures here. I'm fine with taking our new IPs, but just don't forget about the classic themes, and that's another aspect. You know what I mean? Because I'm also said, imagine if they did no IPs, they'd still be all right. They'd still make money, but do you think they'd make even close to the amount of money they have if they didn't sell Star Wars or Harry Potter or Star Trek or Pokemon or no?
But they'd have more kids again. I think they'd have their core.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is also, man, is if you look at Lego, whatever, 20 years ago or whatever it was, almost going bankrupt and all this and that, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know, man. Like, I have no issue at all, again, to making money, making a good product, being proud, like all this stuff. But it's just like, if Lego was a person, I would not want to be their friend. They would be so backstabbing, sniveling, nose stuck up in the air. I just, oh God.
Really high. I want to be their friend.
Well, then you can go ahead.
We got to have all kinds of friends in life, We got to have all kinds.
But I think once the adults got involved in it and they realized that we're spending money on it, that's when they started just jacking up the prices and saying, well, we don't have to worry about the kids anymore because now the amount of adults that are there,
yeah,
we're going to get what we want anyway.
Right.
And I think that's ruined it.
Every company is playing to the millennial nostalgia. Lego is banking on us.
Mm-hmm.
And again, here's the thing is like, I just wish there was a little moderation because I'm not going to say I don't like the nostalgia. If I did have the money, I definitely would have bought that Soundwave. You know, I bought Arkham Asylum instead. You know what I mean? You guys see two Slave Ones behind me. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm all about the nostalgia, but I'm just like, I can't. It's like, God dang, Ghostbusters, Gremlins, like Goonies, like, like, dude, slow down. And it's not even like they're like $50 sets or anything. They're like hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, again, it comes back down to us. Like, oh, all right, well, I guess I'm just gonna have to miss out on Soundwave, but you know, I guess I can get Arkham Asylum or whatever. You know, it's just, and then there was
you get to choose and pick which ones you want. You know, which one is more nostalgic to you than the other. You know,
but my whole thing is kind of like, well, if Lego just spaced them out a little bit, I would be able to afford all of them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, don't release them all the same year.
Is that realistic? Being able to afford all of anything you collect?
Well, if I didn't have to buy every one, you know, if I didn't have 10 of them in a year that cost $300 to $100 or more, then yeah. But if you like at least spread them out to where I could afford them. I mean, and even then, I'm not saying I could afford everything. That's clear. But it's kind of like the same thing where I've talked about where back in the day when I came out of my dark ages and some of the stuff was ramping up, I was like, man, it doesn't make any sense because if I own Lego, I would want to make it a little cheaper so everybody, like more people could buy it and afford it, right? But it seems like they've got the mentality of like, no, we'd rather fewer people buy more expensive stuff than a lot of people buy cheaper stuff because we're premium. I guess. I don't know. I really feel like it's not a good strategy. And I think it's eventually kind of going to catch up to them because I don't know. It's not about the bubble bursting necessarily. I just don't know how many people can keep affording.
Well, who's going to be behind us that's going to be able to sustain that? You know what I'm saying? Like once we get, you know, I'm not saying we're never, I don't know when we'll stop building, but yeah, you know, in our 80s or 90s, who's going to come behind us? The generation behind us, they're not catering to. So they're not going to have anything for them when it comes up for them to be adults, you know?
What? I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No, I was done.
What I've noticed is a shift in their demographics. The AFOLs aren't, it's like the normies are outweighing us as far as buying now. Like you look at so many because I think Lego's become trendy right now. So while it's trendy, the normies are certainly out buying us. So it used to be the AFOLs, you say, well, who's going to buy? Who's their market? Now we're like, oh, those crazy Lego obsessed people who are going to be there. But the normies are, if you look at like what's happening, what's popping up on your feed, they're doing crazy hauls every single month, almost weekly.
Well, what I think is going on personally is just my personal conspiracy theory opinion. I think that people that, and I would say millennials are probably the strongest demographic of this, not even Gen X or anything, but I think a lot of millennials that are either single or with somebody, but they don't have kids, can drop a lot of money on Lego. And that's fine. This isn't me like pointing fingers or anything. I'm just pointing out what I think is going on. I think everybody else, whether it's Gen X with family or, you know, maybe certain bills, whether it's people that are younger, you know what I mean? I think everybody else is just racking up serious credit card debt. That's what I think. Look,
that's my
the only reason I say this is because for the most part, especially over like the last several years, I've made pretty good money. You know what I mean? I make better money than just an average person. You know what I mean? I've worked really hard at it. And sometimes it really sucks, but I know where I can stand on buying like Lego and stuff. And you got to remember, Mrs. Hive makes way more money than I do. It's the only reason I have got a big Lego room, right? So I look at a lot of other people, and I'm like, like how are you able to afford so much Lego? You know what I mean? Without getting it for free or whatever. I think some people probably strategize as much as they can. I think there's probably a lot of people that might still live with their parents. So maybe they don't have to pay rent or something similar to that. But I'm like, I don't understand how you're affording to pay bills, pay mortgage, pay groceries, live, do other things, and even buy a couple of Lego sets, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That are like a couple $100 or more, unless you're putting it on a credit card. I just don't know how a lot of people do it. You know what I mean? Definitely there's a lot of people that can. You know, obviously, you know, but there's other people I'm just like, yeah, I just don't get it, man. I don't know. So, yeah, It is what it is. I wanted to read a few more comments here real quick and we'll get back into it. Let's see here. By the way, Patty, the theater dog, I love you. They absolutely should have released the shuttle that was the gift of purchase with the Enterprise. I definitely would buy that. Yeah. I mean, the gift of purchases, I feel like are kind of hit or miss sometimes. And I think some of us have different opinions on them because if you were buying the Enterprise, you're like, oh, I want that shuttle, as a gift of purchase. But then there's a lot of people that are like, it just seems logical you would sell that. You know what I mean? Since people that don't have as much money can't afford that, right? So there's definitely different avenues of discussion to go with that. Britt says you can budget for your hobbies. I try to teach that. Yes, you can budget for your hobbies if you have the money to budget with.
That's true.
I mean, you're very right. But let's say you can only afford to budget. My bills are so tight. You know what I mean? I can only really put away $20 a month just to save for Lego. How many months you got to save $20 for before you can buy a Lego set that you probably want? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Britt is absolutely right about, look, if you try your best, save money, budget, do this, do that. Maybe sometimes you got to give up something. Maybe you're like, I can't get that Dunkin' Donuts coffee for a few months or something. I don't know.
Get that extra donut.
But if you guys definitely follow Britt, she posts stuff all the time about like budgeting for Lego and trying to like give you smart moves to do and stuff like that. So definitely go check her out. Super Hawk Bricks in the house. I'm rainbow building the Enterprise because I'm too broke to buy it. That's actually kind of a popular thing, ain't it?
Yeah.
The rainbow builds. I wonder if Lego isn't allowed to sell Winnie the Pooh sets in China. Ooh, hold on a minute. There we go. If anybody doesn't know what Melee's talking about, is he the president? I don't even know. Honestly, I should know this. Is he a president? I don't know. Whatever. I'm just gonna say
he's cute.
But anyways, he looks kind of similar to Winnie the Pooh in a way.
Yeah,
he does. I mean, not like heavily, but yeah, I guess he's got a real complex about it.
Pooh Bear's cute.
I just don't like the name Winnie and Pooh.
What
did we? I'm Pyramid Fury. We gave him a new name the other night. It was like Frank Fluff or something. I can't remember what we named him, dude.
That was my nickname, and everybody just called me Pooh Bear. So they didn't put the Winnie with it. They were just like, even my high school class ring says Pooh. Like that was my nickname.
Did anybody ever tell you you got poo on your finger?
No, that is nasty. And now I will be self-conscious.
I'm sorry.
Now I will be self-conscious wearing my class ring for now.
Don't be self-conscious. Don't ever be self-conscious about any stupid thing that comes out of my mouth.
I can't fit it. My fingers are too fat now. So. That's not something I wear anyway.
They should do an adult version and a kids version of each set. That would be interesting, right?
That would.
Now, when you say adult version,
so that's Mohawk. I'm trying to keep up. I think I've been calling Mohawk Super. Sorry,
Mohawk. Because Mohawk is super.
Very true. Very true.
Adults ruin everything.
They do.
Yeah,
Wait. No, I ain't letting kids get off that easy, man. Kids ruin a lot of stuff, man. And a lot of people are going to be like, but they're kids. Yeah. Look, when you're talking like 5 and under, okay. When they start getting a little older, they know right from wrong. They know when they're ruining something, for crying out loud. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, adults have definitely. And look, you can't necessarily point fingers at anybody. That's the problem. Sometimes it's just situations, And yeah, I think adults have kind of ruined Lego in a way because made prices exuberant and just the whole market and with scalpers and all this, blah, 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 all this crap, right? Mm-hmm. Even to the point, and look, we're not going to get into a debate or discussion about it right now, but like even to the point where you see like an adult buy out a lot of stuff, maybe because they're going to resell it at one time, maybe because they're going to part it out and put it on a Bricklink store, maybe, you know what I mean? But then, yeah, maybe a kid can't get it. You know what I mean? Who it should have been for anyways, probably. So yeah, adults can ruin a lot of stuff. There's no doubt about that. They're going to start drawing in more kids soon. This generation is going to live forever.
Yeah.
Huh. My whole thing is like, again, it's not about the bubble bursting. It's more about what people can afford. And I always just use CMFs as an example. Like, when is CMFs going to be like where people are just going to be like, I mean, because I felt like $5 was already pretty close, man. I'm like, man, are they gonna go to $6?
See, I never started with them. So what were they before? Like, what were they? Were they cheaper? There were 3 before. See, I've only known them as $5, $4.99. Like,
because I remember when they were 4. I don't remember when they were 3. That was my dark ages, but yeah, I remember when they were 4, and then they jacked up to another $1. And I mean, at the very least, at least with CMFs, with 90% of them, you get some pretty rad molds and prints, and they're really great designs, So at least there's that. 1 month in 2026, $0 spent on Lego. I am very proud of myself. Like I said, excluding Brick World, last year, 2025, I think the only thing I bought was Arkham Asylum and whatever, a handful of CMFs. Oh, and this. Because since now I'm a fan of F1. I follow the Williams team, so I was like, let me go ahead and get one of those before they're gone. But yeah,
I think I did. Other than Mo's birthday present, Mo's an Iron Man person, but her dad got that. I was like, you have to go get this for her. Other than that, yeah, I think I'm in this. I'm probably not. Let me not even say that. I probably did. I did. Oh yeah, I got the CMFs.
Frank Stuffing. That's what I named Winnie the Pooh. That's a new name.
Frank Stuffing.
See, I would not have appreciated being called Stuffing. So I like Pooh.
You like Pooh better than Stuffing? I'd rather be called
Stuffing Bear. Stuffing Bear just says like obese, like you're just fat. Stuffing Bear, come here, Stuffing Bear. But
well,
Pooh,
he did get stuck in a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
I did. Just a booty.
I will say though, Winnie the Pooh, because I remember watching the cartoons on Disney Channel and stuff when I was a kid, and it was such a great show for kids, man. It really was. Like it had all these different characters with different issues and stuff. This was the first time I kind of learned what depression was through Eeyore.
Eeyore, yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, and when I say I learned about what it was, because I learned because Eeyore always looked sad, and everybody would always try and cheer him up, be happy, and all that, and nothing changed, necessarily his demeanor in a way.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I learned, like, it's just something you can't just shake. Like, you can obviously try and get better at it or cope as much as you can. But yeah, it's just interesting to learn about that stuff. I learned about being hyper from Tigger.
I didn't learn that. I thought Eeyore reminded me so much of my brother. Now I feel bad because I used to always say, oh, look, Eeyore's like James. He's grumpy. And I would always compare Eeyore to James.
Hello.
Yeah, that was, but you're right. They did highlight a lot of different personalities.
Yeah. Lego wants to be like Ferrari, not Toyota. Fall Equinox in the house. What is going on?
Up?
How are you doing?
Whose butt gets stuck in trees? Mayo, goodbye. Mayo, you are really on 1,000 today.
See, it's like those influencers that are always at Disney. Some admit they're in serious debt. It's crazy. I have way less outgoing, so now you can save, but mostly I'm a carer, so can't travel. Yeah. And by the way, thank you. Yeah, I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of like with like a spending addiction, shopping addiction type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I've always been one of those people where I'm responsible enough, like I'll pay my bills, you know what I mean? But anything I have left over, I got to spend it. Spend it. I can't. I'm the worst at saving money.
Oh, me too.
It's just like even stuff I don't even need. I'm just like,
yeah.
Next thing I know, I'm like, how do I have this?
No, it's like that was the one rule that I had coming into the community. It was like I will use my credit card for a cheeseburger before I use it for Lego.
So this is an interesting comment by Slapshot. Too many people messaging me asking if a certain set will be worth X amount after it retires. Too many people investing and not enough people buying to build for enjoyment, in my opinion. And this is the thing I was saying is like, you can't necessarily, and I know this isn't what Slapshot's doing, but like, you can't really point a finger at any one thing or person because this is a whole bigger discussion. Maybe one day we can actually get into a little bit more about like not scalping, not even just flipping, like in a short-term sense, but like investing. I have mixed emotions about it. I don't hate it, obviously, because I do it. You know what I mean? I do it as well.
I think everybody does it, right?
Yeah, I have some sets that I save. Some for personal reasons, like like I got a Ryan signed a copy, like the 501st Battle Pack. Like I'm never gonna sell that. That's sentimental. You know what I mean? But there are some other sets that I've just holding on to. I'm just sitting there letting marinate. You know what I mean? But the thing, I don't, and I'm not trying to justify anything. I just don't do it that much. I don't put a lot of time and money and effort into it because I don't trust it. And I mean, I'm not saying this to deter anybody. It's one thing in a current market, but I have no idea in 10, 20 years, man, if Lego is going to still be worth anything. I've seen this happen too many times with comic books, with baseball cards, with any kind of cards, with freaking Beanie Babies, Cabbage Patch dolls. Like, I'm not saying Lego's just going to go out of business or they're not going to be worth anything, but this sky high market where it's like gold and everything, you don't know how long it's going to last, when it's going to fall off, and then if you're at that right time or not, because if you miss it, then you're like, you're sitting on all this stuff that you can't get rid of. To be fair, that's why it's an investment. Like you don't know, you know what I mean? Same with stocks and anything else, you know what I mean?
That's not the thing though. Different from when we first came in the community, when we first started with the hobby, you had a handful of people who had sets. Nowadays, everybody has the same idea, so it's not as scarce.
And for anybody that does investing, that knows stuff or whatever, this is the interesting part to me. I think in the beginning, when Lego the value of a lot of them started going up was because, and it seems like it started with modulars. Mm-hmm. That's where it seemed like it started, and it was because someone missed out on it, and they wanted it either. I would assume to build. I don't know why you'd spend so much money on it because you missed out on it and then just leave it in a box, but whatever. Right? But a lot of people, because they missed out, they want to build. Mm-hmm. But now it's like it's I don't know if it's going to be the same type of thing. You know what I mean? It could be. It's weird. It's a weird market because like Star Wars is always kind of weird up and down with different stuff. I don't know. It seems like it's because what if something else becomes popular and more premium, you know what I mean? What if technology gets better and better, you know what I mean? And like I think that's where like they started going wrong to begin with, because they were competing again like with video games, back in like the late 90s and stuff like that, and how they got bigger. So yeah, I'm very curious to see how they're gonna keep doing it. Southern Brick Guy in the house. What is going on, my friend?
We got you this week, Trevor. We missed him last week.
Oh, we got a lot of them this week, which we're going to get into in a minute.
That was like crazy.
Because we're not going to be able to get through all the news, but that's okay. I really enjoy these conversations we get to have with the chat. Because you guys have such good insight and opinions on stuff. What is going on, Brick Builds? It's good to see you. Good to see you. Kids ruin my body. They can have their own Lego and keep off mine. My kids are adults. Well, look, it's kind of like when the Lego movie came out. For some reason, I had this opinion that was such a hot take. Even my normie friends were mad at me about it. So, like, the dad not wanting the kid to mess around with this Lego city. I was on the dad's side. And everybody was like, why are you being like that? It's not even, it's for kids. I was like, no. He had a whole bucket full of Lego he could play with. But what did he want to do? Sit there and mess with dad's hundreds of hours worth of work building this mock city or whatever. Like, and ironically, my buddy that was giving me some of the most crap, he collected like mechs, like he'd build Gundam models and stuff, and Transformers. Like, yeah, Transformers are worth money. And I was like, yeah, you gonna let your kid play with your Transformers? No, those are worth money. Well, they're for kids. You act like that huge city didn't probably cost who knows how many thousands of dollars.
Yes.
Yeah, it's fine. I can buy your kid. I'll buy you Lego. You leave daddy's Lego alone. That's not to play with. That's a display. I don't know, man. But yeah, everybody was like, "Oh my god, Brandon, I can't believe you'd say that, man." Anyways, CMF started at $1.99 in 2010.
Dude. What was that commercial? $1.99? Are you out of your?
That's a big jump from 2010 to now. Like, I know
what we got about
16 years.
Right?
Yeah. But I mean, that's not a lot to jump up to $5.
$1 every few years. Dude, we should be due for another $1 here soon.
I know. I'm surprised they haven't.
But that's the
Many
investment we
ideas.
were talking about. Spending $199, and those are the good ones now. Those are the retired ones.
Right.
And
Well,
selling them for $30, $40, $50 versus spending $5, $6 now.
Let me ask you guys. Let me ask everybody a question. That Pokemon set, the $600 51, whatever.
Oh,
okay.
Jesus
No,
Christ.
it's okay. It's okay. Look, obviously, I feel like no matter where we agree at on the percentage rate, we do agree that at least a small fraction of those were bought probably by scalpers. Okay. What I want to know is all the rest that were bought. How many? I mean, and we can take a guess, a percentage rate of how many do you think of people that did buy them aren't going to open them and they're just keeping them to sell at a later date? Not scalping, just an investment. How many people do you think bought that set? You know, they sold out, tons of money for Lego, are actually going to open it and build it?
I would say half.
That's what I was thinking, maybe half. But I don't even know if that's a good enough number. It might be more than that.
That's what I was saying. That's been the shift. When we first started building, you didn't have those many people buying extras. You have more buying extras now. And I think that's going to hurt the market because the availability it's not as scarce anymore. Everybody and mama got it.
And because they know they can double up the price when they resell it after retire. So they'll buy 2 of them. They sit on one of them. They build one of them. They make their money back.
If there are so many people who have duplicates now, can you double it anymore? That's what I'm saying. And that's what I think you're going to start seeing.
That's true.
A shift.
Well, and the reason why
people have extras.
And the reason why I was curious about that is because, you know, a lot of people, not everybody, but a lot of people will throw it in our face about like, well, if you don't buy the Lego, then they'll lower the prices or whatever. And I've already had my own debate on that dumb statement. But I am curious about like if there weren't such an amount of people maybe that invested in it. Because even if you say like, okay, we're all going to slow down and stop buying or whatever, you know, but people are still going to buy it for investment reasons. You know what I mean? So it's not going to like it's going to really do anything. And my whole argument to that was anyways, I feel like Lego again is so pretentious that even if they had a huge drop, you know what I mean, in sales because people are like, it's just too expensive. They're going to be like, well, we're premium. Sorry, you can't afford us, you know, and just keep doing what they're doing, man. Like they're not going to care. So who knows?
Tickle Me. You remember Tickle Me Elmo?
I do.
Yeah. It flopped. Everybody ran and got them.
Yeah.
There were too many resellers and it wasn't high anymore. That's what's going to happen.
Well, but Lego is different. Lego is different from anything we've talked about. I have to give them that credit. Dude, how many of all these other toys get sold in toy stores and everything? Lego has how many stores now? Like their own, you know what I mean? And then you go to like a Target or a Walmart, they have their own aisle. You know
I saw them at a grocery store the other day selling them with Valentine's stuff. Like they were selling flowers and roses, Lego sets, like at a grocery store that doesn't normally sell Lego. They'll sell the CMFs, but that's it. Like
Lego's everywhere. The pet stores.
Yeah.
Every store I go in, there's Lego tied in.
CVS has them. Walgreens has them.
Ace. If I go into Ace, they have like a cement mixer and all of that. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Yeah, good for Lego.
Yeah, I'm not buying it. But it's cool.
You know, it's definitely the name.
Yep, Brick Dynasty, Ace, Petco.
I mean, because think about it. If you're just a normie parent and you're just walking down the aisle and you see Lego for this much money, and then you see, I don't know, Mega Bloks for this much money, you know, you would think like if you're not like thinking of like Lego's premium, blah blah, you know, you would just be like, yeah, what's the difference? Kids are not gonna know the difference, you know what I mean? Especially if they're little kids. Lego is a brand. I don't buy it for the investment personally, but I do collect the data and it's crushing the S&P. Yeah, for sure. If you can't afford to buy your kid their own Lego, you can't afford to buy Lego for yourself. Dude, can you imagine if you just buy it for yourself? You never buy your kid Lego.
And you're on your own, kid.
Right. This is an interesting comment. Huh?
I'm sure there are people who do. I would love to know that.
I did. But my kid.
But your child was older.
Yeah, but even when they were young. When Niall was really, really young, I don't remember. I remember they had like $100 or something from birthday money and stuff like that. And we went to Toys R Us. This is back when Toys R Us was still around. And they bought one of the big community Lego sets that was like $80 or so. And I remember thinking, like, man, like, I don't know. Like, but I was like, you sure you want to buy this? You sure you want to buy this? And yeah, never built it. And about 2 years later, you know, when I started really getting into Lego, I was like, you ever gonna do anything with that? No, Dad, you can build it. Put it in your city. So that's what I did. But they just, and every once in a blue moon, you know, when they're growing up, or even like when they come visit and something like that, like they might build a set. They built, I don't even have it up there now, but the last Halloween one with the little ghosts and stuff or whatever it was. So yeah. I work for a major grocery store chain, and we get in a CF line once. They were selling them for $10 each.
Dang.
How could? Whoa!
Wow.
What happened to the suggested retail price?
Yeah, they're like, well, suggested.
They're like, it's
They went
Lego.
over that. Yeah. They went
Investing
over
is
the
the one-
suggestion.
Were they
Investing
even
is the long
purchased?
game. Oh, geez, who knows, right? Anything short term is Hollywood BS. Yeah. I think Lego investing is fine, and you can make good money if you play the long game. But the point of Lego is to build and enjoy. Yeah. And look,
Not into
just to make it clear, and we're gonna get into segments real quick. Just to make it clear, like, you have the freedom, and nobody should shame you really at all for anything that you do. Look, even scalping. Let me just make something real clear. I don't agree with scalping, like buying up all of something and then trying to sell it. But don't buy it.
You see
If
what
nobody
happened?
if nobody buys from, and this isn't the same thing as like, don't buy from Lego to make their prices cheaper. Like, that's a different type of thing. But if you just don't buy stuff from scalpers, then you know what? They're just left with this stuff. And you know what they're going to have to do eventually? Sell it for cheaper.
The grocery store wasn't left with anything.
They all got stolen.
Normally, I'd
No,
be like, no,
let me-
stealing is bad, but
Dude.
serves them right.
That
Hey.
reminds me real quick. Let me say something, man, because I basically work at all these grocery stores now, you know, for these lobster tanks. And stuff. Dude, the amount of stuff now that is, because look, I know this is going to sound weird. Or Mrs. Hive does the grocery shopping because she's very strategic. She kind of knows our bills. She'll go buy stuff at Walmart, then she'll go buy stuff at like Giant, then she'll go buy stuff at like, you know, like a Costco's or whatever. Like, she's very
Right.
strategic with it, right? So if I do go with her, I'm just wandering around, not really paying attention to anything. You know what I mean? Like, oh, look at this magazine or whatever. So now that I'm like really in these stores and like moving around and stuff, like, I'm realizing there's a lot of inconveniences because stuff got stolen. Someone stole lobsters, man. They were telling me about it. Like, oh, you got an order of lobsters, just walked out the store.
Oh,
Like $800 worth of lobsters.
Dang.
no.
Dude, lobsters are expensive. I didn't even realize how expensive
No, they're
they were.
expensive. Yeah.
But like, you guys, so I already knew, and you guys know about the plexiglass for Lego and this and that. Dude, Mrs. Hive was so mad the other day because she had to get like some lotion or something. It was behind glass.
I was buying. Yeah.
I was
there
like,
are
who's
stuff like
stealing
that.
the lotion? Anyways, but like, you know what the biggest thing that's been annoying me is the grocery carts with the little, they stop when they go past a certain thing, like a certain line or whatever. Like they have like mechanical wheels.
Mm.
Or even ones that don't stop, there's some stores won't keep them out in the parking lot. So I'm just like, what? All I can look. I encourage everybody. Don't get into like physical altercations. But if you see somebody doing something that you know is going to eventually affect the rest of us, because one person messes up for everybody, call them out. Call them out. Take a picture. Take a video. Shame them. Get a megaphone. Hey, you over there that just did. Call them out, man. Shame them. Or at least take a picture and tell me, and then I'll rant about it.
Yes.
I can't with these people, man. All right, you guys, look. All right. I wanted to get into some more of the news, but let's see here. It's not. Yeah. No, because we got to do segments and talk about lovey-dovey stuff. So, all right. Lovey-dovey stuff. So let's start off with this very long celebrations. There's a whole lot of birthdays. I love all of you guys. You guys are great.
Yeah, Andrew, and you're laughing, but we have one in there you didn't mention.
Oh. Oh yeah, last Monday or Monday was my wife's birthday.
You didn't say anything.
I said
Yeah,
something.
I
I,
do.
said something last night.
I really feel like this is literally the longest celebration we've had. It's longer than the Mug Monday one, and the Mug Mondays usually are pretty long. So, all right, let's go ahead and get into it, and then we'll do the Mug Monday after that. I have to say the most interesting one was Gina's for sure, man. Gina, my Bricks and me sent myself and Brick Babe her celebration, and both Lene and I were like, we were feeling bad, right? Like, oh my gosh, we're so sorry, She's like, nah, it's all good. I hated my job, man. That's why it's a celebration. I was like, all right, well, okay. Because even Lene was asking me, she's like, are you sure we should? I'm like, yeah, trust me. When Gina says something, she means it.
I said it behind without any context. I was just like, I didn't type anything.
But no matter what it is, a birthday, whatever you're celebrating, happy celebration to you.
Yeah.
I wanted to add something real quick too. I thought was kind of interesting. I was talking about the golf cart thing, not golf cart, the grocery cart thing, grocery store, right? And why either they don't do what they do. So I was asking the store manager. I was like, I didn't even ask about the locked wheels. It was just there was one where they had all the carts like kind of gated. You couldn't really. It was a real pain in the butt to try and use them and take them out. Right? They're almost like they're encouraging people just to put them in bags and take them. Right? So I was asking him. I was like, "Yeah, what's going on with these grocery carts, man?" Like, and he's like, "Yeah, people they steal them." I was like, oh, and I was thinking like a homeless person maybe because they could
right. Yeah, that's what you usually see. Yeah.
Look, and I don't encourage any kind of stealing, but like, I'll give it up for a homeless person, man. Like,
right.
Using a golf cart, like, come on, or not golf cart, a grocery cart.
Yeah,
but he's like, no. He's like, yeah, maybe some of them do steal it, but he's like, no, people steal them and scrap them. Get money for scrapping them. I was like,
whoa.
Oh.
Yeah, I never thought about that. Okay.
Yeah. And it's so weird because a lot of people that follow me close enough, they know I was going to the scrapyard yesterday. Like Will was like, man, you've been saying that for like 3 weeks. Well, I finally went yesterday. I had literally almost 400 pounds of metal from all these condensing units, right?
Yeah.
And I got $8 for them.
Dang, that's it.
$8 for all of it. Dude, $8 for everything. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not doing it for the money. I'm doing it because I just
right.
Rid of this stuff,
but you would think you'd shoot at least $20 to pay for your gas or something.
Bought me a cup of coffee. I was like, hopefully for lunch, man. I can't even get a Happy Meal. Anyways, we got Minifig Mug Monday coming up. I just saw we have Lorem out there. What's going on? Good morning to you. Eastern North Carolina got knee-deep snow. Dude, I was talking about Georgia, but yeah, I also heard from somebody North Carolina also got some snow. Look, man, everybody out there, no matter where you are, and look, it's not even just America. Like, even like in different countries right now, like if you're basically in the middle of the world, around the world right now, you're getting some severe stuff that's not normal.
Right.
I was, paying attention to Jean's version. She was over in Denmark, and she posted some pictures, and it looked very cold. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, man! Like, I thought I'd at least be like kind of nicer over there, but no. But hold on, be strong. We're gonna get through it, man. We'll get through it. So let's do Minifig Mug Monday. If you do have a minifig and a mug, put it up on Instagram with the hashtag Minifig Mug Monday, and you can tag any of us, but definitely tag Brick Babe, and we will show it on the show like we are right now. Mug. Yeah. It's so weird. I try to remember every Monday to do a Minifig Mug Monday. Sometimes I remember, sometimes I don't. I'm so, like running out the door.
Day gets away. I understand.
It's pretty wild.
But Mama did one. He has his own mug now.
Oh yeah, that looks cool.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, look at that. We got about 25 minutes roughly to talk about Lego and love, which I know if you've been watching the show this morning, you're probably like, well, you haven't really shown much love to Lego. That's not what this kind of love's about. February, is the month where we have Valentine's Day. And I don't even know, it was like Sweetie's Day in February too, or is that like
it was. No, it was January. It's the end of January. Chick-fil-A did something day before yesterday, I think.
That's so weird. Like, buy our chicken. Love us. No, this is more about dating, romance, relationships kind of stuff. And even though, I was mentioning earlier, Lego doesn't have a huge, part of that necessarily, but it's definitely significant enough to talk about. So I gathered up some pictures that we could talk about, whether it's some sets or ideas and stuff. So I thought we would go ahead and start with that. So before we start with Lego and love, I did want to just show something that Lumi Bricks also is all about some love.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Personally, I think this Cupid is ugly as sin.
It is.
It's I guess it's a thought that counts. I mean, this whole thing's pretty nice though. This whole setup.
Oh, it obviously lights up. So.
Oh yes, that's their shtick. Is the lighting up part.
I don't like it.
Did you like it?
You don't like it?
I don't like it. It looks like something you get on the corner, by the gas station when you stop at the light.
That
and
wasn't
like
what I was expecting.
cellophane bag. I don't like it.
Yeah. That's not what I was expecting. But I guess I kind of agree with you though. I mean, maybe if they change that Cupid, it'd look a little bit better.
Yeah. And I think the red is too dark, right? It's a
burgundy.
Yeah, it's not like usually Valentine's is like a brighter red, like.
That's how you know it's cheap. All those off reds. Now Brickcraft has some nice sets coming out. That's Brickcraft.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking about Brickcraft. My bad.
They're sending me quite a few sets, so thank you again, Brickcraft.
Valentine's Day isn't a day off. That's because capitalism doesn't care about your love, unless you're gonna buy something.
Yeah,
take it off.
Yeah, I mean, you can take it off. Look, like for instance, I don't know if I've done it every single year, but I always try and make it a point to take my birthday off from work.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I think I missed it last year, but like, yeah, because I've always said your birthday should be your most celebrated holiday. Dude, celebrate the day you're born, celebrate your existence. You know what I mean? Like, because yeah, if you didn't celebrate your existence, nothing else would matter.
Well, my birthday falls on a holiday, so everybody take it off.
What? Your holiday? What?
My birthday falls on a holiday, so everybody take it off.
Oh, well, there you go.
Bastille Day.
Oh, well.
Okay.
Have a wonderful day. Good morning, Brookwood chat. Thank you, Britt. Not sure if you're leaving, but bye. Thank you for hanging out with us. We appreciate it. Big Nate, what's up? I see we got Rogue Lannister out there. Good morning to you. Thank you for being here, guys. Appreciate you. All right, let's share some pitch halls. Now, as I was saying, there is stuff that we're going to talk about that could be gifts, for a partner. I mean, because like stuff like this, even if your partner isn't into Lego, this is just something really cool to show you love them and that they could display it
Somewhere
or they might just keep it in the box and resell it in 20 years. You know what I mean? They're like, it's a good investment. Thanks for the investment. But no, this is a great set as a gift for a loved one, for sure. Or if you're single, gift it to yourself. You can.
Yeah, Mo gave it to me. I'm the only single one on this panel. Mo gave it to me. Thank you, Mo.
All right.
Shout out to Mo.
Well, you still got a love gift, and you were single, so that's good.
Winning.
So this is something that I think that would be a good date gift.
Yeah.
I love this set. I don't honestly really care for the birds, but I mean, they're nice. They're nice. I just really like that tree. I want to put that tree in my forest.
That tree is nice.
Yeah, dude, it's so nice. It's so nice.
For myself.
But I mean, clearly the name Lovebirds. Now, I will tell you this. For the people that maybe are a little newer at dating, or if you're young enough and you haven't really been on a date, don't buy this immediately for somebody. This is after you've been on some dates or you're in a relationship.
Right.
This is not a good first date gift. All right,
because they're a little desperate.
Yeah, you smell of desperation, and it's always a sneaky cologne. Anyways, moving on. Now this is a nice little coffee date, kind of build you can do together because it's a lot, smaller. This is really great. I really love the color design in this one. And if they didn't have the heart here, I wouldn't even think of it, Well, the heart's here too, but I wouldn't even think of it like as a lovey-dovey kind of thing. I think it would just be good bird display.
A couple years ago. Yeah.
And this one even says Valentine Lovebirds.
Yeah,
there you go.
Bought those for myself too.
Yeah. So when Brick Bay builds this, she only builds one bird.
I built it. No, I built both of them.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying.
Now I know that I should have built one.
This is just a bunch of hearts.
You know what? I'm sorry.
What?
I'm so excited. I actually love Valentine's Day. So, that's to put them together and to make the heart and you put the chain. Every year, Lego sells out of these. It's so crazy. They sell them in the Lego store. So you can put them together. Yeah, because if you put two of them together, it makes a big heart. And then you put the chain in them and you share your heart. It's just,
yeah, that's very
fun
sweet.
Fact.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
Yeah, good stuff. What does it say? Heart ornament.
I feel you.
I mean, look, I think this is actually kind of lame, but it's a big heart, so I thought it'd be good to just go in here. And look, they even say like they pretend like you don't know it's Lego. You can customize it. Just so you know, these pieces come off and you can do what you want with the pieces.
I bought it for myself.
Wow.
It's only half the heart.
Yeah, but that's nice though. That's nice. You know, hang in your window. Now this is an interesting one because they do have a couple that are like this, where you know you're on a little picnic date, something similar to that. You know what I just think is fascinating is they give you this teddy bear mold, right? But then they just couldn't give you a bird mold. Look at that bird.
Like, they treat it like a bee over there.
I know, man. Some of these birds get no love. But this is a really great build, you know, and this is one of those things that could work in many different ways. You can do it as a gift, like again, a date idea, like let's build this together. I think it works good as a little display piece. I would put it, you know, in the forest area, in my city. So yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Also, there's a one similar to like this as well, but it's the married.
Wired both for myself.
The married set, which I have.
It has the arch. Yeah, the
Hold
married
on a
one.
second. Let me grab something real quick.
Got them both for myself.
Okay, I'll show you guys the one I have. You guys get a good laugh out of it, probably too.
I have a mosaic here that goes with Valentine's, I think, and my shirt.
So I have this marriage one. Now you might notice Mrs. Hive's head is missing, and my ring is actually on the minifig because I don't like wearing jewelry. I mean, I wear it like when we go out and stuff, but I just hate jewelry. But Mrs. Hive's head is actually on her sig fig that's in the city. So everybody's so just in case everybody's like, man, Mrs. Hive's headless. Like, what the heck's going on there? Anyways, where were we at? Oh, what do you got going on there?
I found a mosaic on my desk. I made this mosaic a few years ago, but this is Valentine's. You can make something together.
Yeah. You could.
I made this by myself though.
Yeah. I mean, it looks good. Looks good. Oh yeah. So here's another one that's similar to that.
I don't have that.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Cute.
Yeah. I think it's just nice to see certain things like that. This is a cute one. Love gift box.
It was a GWP. I acquired it, built it by myself.
This is that a doggy or is that like a red panda or something?
It's a bear.
A bear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a teddy bear.
Yeah,
I built it by myself.
I do like this
The teddy bear.
box of chocolates.
Oh, chocolates, yeah.
Yeah, I like that. That's cool.
Very cute.
Oh, I didn't even realize you can do the closed eyes too. Oh,
You can customize it.
And you can customize the little flag.
Oh yeah. Oh,
So if you don't want to say I love you, if you want to say, you know,
just
believe
You're
all.
the best. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or you're the best.
Penguins in love. Because even penguins need love. Fish.
Oh, I like the fish.
Yeah. I do like how they put the hearts together like that. I think that looks better than just one heart on it, you know? Yeah, penguins cool. You know. They waddle. Then we have mocks. I'm gonna say something kind of mean, but I can't help myself. I don't know. People are like, you can help yourself, Hive. I can't. I think this is beautiful, except got a lot going on with these legs, man. But I guess I don't know. Could you really even do anything? How are you supposed to have some? Can you make? You can't even make a minifig kneel, right?
Yeah.
Because they'll fall over.
I did a proposal scene. I don't remember, but he did propose, and I don't remember how he was. I think his leg was just slanted, not kneeled.
I would just do the splits. That'd just make me, yeah. Can you imagine you proposing doing the splits, dude?
That's unique. I'm sorry,
this one's getting a little too crazy. So I guess I'll just go past this one before anything happens.
They're fully dressed.
They're playing what? I think they're contemplating.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe it's the first time.
They're probably married. Yeah, they're probably married.
Married.
How to get into this situation. Celebration Series 2.
I don't have
Valentine's Day box.
I don't have that.
Yeah, was that last year's? That's probably.
Yeah. I don't have it because Brickcraft sent me something very similar, and I was like, it's no need to have both.
Boy, I feel like we're definitely
Name drop.
rooting for Brickcraft. That's for sure.
Yeah.
They're the best. Shout out to
Looney
Brickcraft.
Tunes. What we got here? What does it say? Sweetheart Tweety Bird.
That's cute.
Yeah,
I
it
don't
is.
have it, but it's cute.
It's a good build.
Well, that went up.
Yeah,
And it's a good parts pack too.
got some
There's
wild
some-
feet, man.
Yeah, it's a good parts pack. There's some
Yeah,
great
yeah.
shapes there, especially yellow.
I didn't even know about this one until
Yeah.
this morning.
That
I
just
guess-
came out in January, right?
Yeah, like it's brand new. It's
tacky.
nice. I like it. I like it. You know, obviously my mind goes straight to I wonder how much it is.
I don't.
Yeah, I didn't see a price yet for it, but
It looks like
also
something you see in Grandma's kitchen. I don't like it.
it does have a very
Yeah.
grandma's kitchen kind of feel to it.
Yeah.
Some paisleys and stuff. But look, I could see a lot of people that have stuff like live, love, laugh on their fucking wall or something like that. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to curse, but I could see if they have something like that on their wall,
God,
they probably
tell
want
us how
this.
you really feel, guys.
Yeah, tell us how you really feel, huh?
God, Jesus. Dude, most of the people I've seen that have like live, love, laugh or something on their wall like that, they don't do a lot of living, loving, or laughing.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh my gosh.
It's $20, by the way. $20.
That's not bad.
$19.99.
That's a good
You
price.
can buy it and breathe, live, love, laugh, eat,
Yeah.
and breathe.
That's a good price. That's a good price. So I think that was all of the pictures that I actually took for some Valentine's stuff. Let me just double check, make sure I didn't miss anything.
What I've
That was
noticed
it.
is in the marketing with Lego, they're
Mhm.
marketing sets as date night. So now it's date night with flowers, date night with the roses. And I think that's pretty cool because we never, as a woman, a lot of these sets were marketed to females more than males. And now I think it's cool that they're being marketed to both, you know, as an activity, kind of like
Mhm.
pottery or the other, you know, like an actual date and activity.
Mhm. Yeah, that's one thing that I think has changed dramatically over the decades as far as the dynamic of relationships. Where back when we were growing up, our parents probably had nothing really in common. You know what I mean? Whereas today, you know, gamers usually are attracted to each other, you know, because they both are gamers, you know. Nowadays, I would say more and more, a lot of people in the Lego community probably find other people in the Lego community. You know what I mean? Because you already,
We've seen that a lot.
because, you know, I was mentioning earlier about like when I was growing up or when we were growing up or whatever, being a nerd was not cool. Okay. So when I would talk to girls, I wouldn't know what the hell to say to them because I'm like, unless they wanted to talk about Uncanny X-Men or, you know, or Dungeons and Dragons or something, I don't know what to say to you. You know what I mean? Like, so now, because yeah, I can imagine, man, back then being able to talk to a girl about that kind of stuff. And not only is she okay with it, but she's into it too. And we can actually have a really cool conversation on top of like, you know, being in love or whatever, you know? So these are different dynamics that have changed quite a bit. It doesn't mean everybody obviously still gets together that have a lot of stuff in common. You know what I mean? Like, you know, Mrs. Hive, she don't really care about Lego, you know what I mean? Like she supports me and stuff, but like, you know, stuff we have in common more is like our sense of humor, you know, stuff like that. But it's like I said, it's a changing dynamic. So I agree also what you were saying, Brick Babe, about like it is cool that you can do a lot of these things like together now and stuff like that. Let's see here. See what Carver says.
Or even as
Mohawk
friends.
brought me into
I mean,
Lego community. Yeah. What's that?
even as friends, you start as friends, like we're talking about, like you said earlier, everything doesn't start off romantic. You know, there are levels to it. But even if it's friendly, you know, Lego is a nice icebreaker. It takes away something super romantic, you know, even if it's a brickhead, and there are two sets of brickheads, you can keep one. It's something you kind of have from the date, and both people walk away with something. So I like that you can build a friendship on Lego as well.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, you know, a lot of us have found so many friends within the community. you know, and even I think for a lot of people, and this was like myself included, when I first came in, you know, out of my dark ages and kind of came into the Lego community, whatever, it seemed extremely magical, and it was. But I think there's sometimes a clouded judgment sort of view about the community, just thinking like, you know, the community's like just perfect and here for you and everything. It's like, no, not really. I mean, there is, and I still stand by the Lego community is probably the nicest and strongest community out of all the different communities I've seen, like on YouTube or any other type of collecting thing or anything. And I think it's probably in a sense because a lot of us have, I don't know how to explain it. There's just something different about collecting Lego than I think anything else. You know, not because you love Lego more than you would love this or that, but just because of the dynamic of Lego is just a little bit different. You know what I mean? I think it's, I don't want to say innocent. That's not really the word I'm looking for, but just something similar to that, where it's not the same thing as collecting like, you know, Hot Toys or something, you know what I mean? Which is still awesome. But the thing I also learned about the community is we're still people. And we all have one thing in common. We all love Lego. And even then, it can be in different varies. You know, some people love MOCs. Some people love building just sets. Some people like mosaics. You know, some people like stop motion, you know. But we all love Lego, but we're all different people. And I've often said it's a lot like high school. You know, you have a lot of different cliques of people. And some of us are really kind of able to kind of just move around and whatever cliques, you know what I mean? And then other ones just kind of stay right in their little bubble. You know what I mean? Whether because they like it there or maybe because they're even scared to kind of talk to other people, maybe. Because, yeah, there's definitely some bubbles in the community that are a little standoffish. And I know I might sound hypocritical saying that because of Pure Ant Fury, but Pure Ant Fury is something entertaining for people when they're watching the show. But if you see me at a convention or whatever, I mean, like, in person, I mean, I'm not saying I'm only human. I can still have a temper or whatever, but I'm not like I'm Pure Ant Fury. You know what I mean? I like hanging out with people, having a good time. You know, much love. I like hugs. You know, but yeah, some people, whether they do it on purpose or subconsciously, yeah, they definitely give off a vibe sometimes of like, we don't want you over here.
I want to be a standoffish little bubble, but my own little bubble, not like a mean little bubble.
Yeah. So anyways, but that's just to say though that the Lego community is still awesome.
Very awesome.
But you know, you're just not going to get along with everybody. You know, we're all different people, man. We all have different opinions about things and different likes and stuff. So real quick, I see one with the stud. What is going on? Anyone seen the video on the Playmobil Instagram about their Smart Play? I don't think so. Huh. I am dying, and I don't mean this in a cynical way. I really don't. But I am just dying to see in about a year or so from now how the sales go for the Smart Bricks.
I don't think you have to wait for a year.
I don't, and I know I'm the pessimistic one, and I know like people are like Lego did their research, but I just don't think kids are gonna like gravitate towards the way they think it is. I think yeah, sure, you throw it in front of their face, and they're gonna be having some fun with it maybe for a little bit. You know what I mean? I don't think the Smart Play, because look, I've thought about it when I was a kid. I was like, man, when I was about 9, 10 in Transformers and G.I. Joes or whatever, right? But I'm like, I remember sometimes we'd have a toy that if you pressed a button, it'd make some shooting sounds or maybe some lights or something like that. And I'm not saying this as a biased opinion. I just remember if there was too much, I didn't like it. Because I used my own imagination for the toys I was playing with. And if I would have seen the way some of the sets were built to make for the Smart Bricks, like all like incomplete or open in the back, that would have irritated me. You know what I mean? So I don't think kids are going to gravitate to it the best way that like Lego might think. Plus, again, once you got to wait 3 hours for it to recharge, and they're not going to be. They're not going to. It's like
they're going to forget to recharge it. They're going to forget to do all that. You know.
And then again, I think there's going to be some, maybe not a lot, but I think there's going to be some confusion about like the next 5 that came out that don't come with a Smart Brick. And once a kid doesn't realize, and a parent might not realize, like, oh, we just spent whatever $100 on the set. Well, sorry, you just got to play without Smart Brick, because I'm not going to go buy another $80, $100, whatever set so you can just have a Smart Brick. You know what I mean? So I think there's going to be some of that. But also, like I've said before, did Lego do research on parents? Like, do you think this is going to be worth it to buy your kids? You know what I mean? Like, blah, 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 blah. So there's a lot to it. I'm just dying to see if it's going to
do what they think it's going to do. You know what I mean? Because I was assuming they did market research when they made video and they made Hidden Side and they made, Mindstorm and everything else that they've done. So we'll see. And look, and if it takes off, kids love it. Parents are like, yeah, I think it's worth it. We can afford it. Then, dude, I will be like, that is awesome. Seriously, I don't want nobody to not have fun if they want to or not pay for something if they can afford it. I just think of usually more realistic approaches to it. Real quick, wife got this. She loved it. It's on her desk. Oh, the love set. Yeah. It's very customizable, right? I kind of want the box. I am too single and over to buying. Patty, that's hilarious.
Right for yourself.
I will say this. Look, the grass is always greener on the other side. And I don't want anybody to take this the wrong way because I love my wife. I love being married. But there was some cool stuff when I was single, man. Like you had certain different freedoms. So, if you're single, at least just take advantage of it while you got it. Let's see here.
Next week's show will be from the shed. If you
Next week's show is going to be all about divorce. It's going to be a divorce episode.
Like, why is he outside in the cold? Literally.
Yeah. I was very kind and nice when we met, but I think I used a Jedi mind trick. Moto, you're just too sweet. I tell you what. Moto's so great. Perhaps isms, and other medical conditions bring out the digital sociability and creativity in some of us. Yeah, I agree. I've not met anyone in person, but everyone I chat with in the community online has been super sweet to me. It's been very accepting, unlike real life. Yeah. Look, there's excellent social norms in the Lego community. You know what I mean? It's just like the reason Pure Ant Fury kind of bubbled up is because it just threw the social norms out the window. You know what I mean? Like if I don't like you or like something, I don't care if you think I'm negative or like, I'm just going to say it anyways. I'm not going to just do stuff just to be nice. So there is definitely a lot of that. You know what I mean? It just once you're in the community long enough and then you become closer to other people and then you might drift away from some other people for whatever reason. You know what I mean? It's odd. But like I said, the community is definitely the best. I showed the Smart Brick videos to my 6-year-old grandson, and he just rolled his eyes. Look,
wow.
Look, that's another thing too. In one sense, and I don't say this in a mean way. In one sense, a lot of kids are not as smart because there's a whole thing going on with like reading, writing. Dude, I've been seeing teachers literally say like kids are asking, "Why do I need to learn to read when AI can read it for me?" Or just like there's a lot of stuff, man, going on. With that. However, kids are a little bit smarter in a lot of other ways nowadays, and they're forced to, I think, just because of the environment around them. They just are quick-witted about some things, and yeah, I don't know, man. You sit a kid and be like, "You want Fortnite or Smart Brick?" All right, okay. That is the show, everybody. We appreciate you very much. Before we do get out of here, I do want to go around the panel and see if anybody's got anything they want to shout out. Brick Babe, you got anything you want to promote, shout out?
Yeah, Annabelle is doing something for Groundhog Day tomorrow, so make sure you check out Bricks Why Not.
Yes.
Mo and I have sponsored it, so you have a chance to win 2 $25 gift cards, courtesy of us. And yeah, I think that's it. Lego Sorting Sunday, Minifig Monday, just the cool stuff. So
awesome.
Check it out.
Cool.
Yeah, definitely go check out Brick Babe on Instagram. And you can see a lot of different things that she participates in over there. Because yeah, you do a lot of different things, that's for sure. Lego Longoria, what about you? You got anything you want to shout out, promote?
Yeah, come check me and my wife out. Saturday night builds. We do it every Saturday night, even if we're at a cheer competition. Times have been changing here and there just because last night was crazy, but we did it about 8:15, I believe, last night. But 6 o'clock, between 6 and 8 is when we usually do it on Saturday night. So come check that out. Do whatever you guys do out there. Pray, I don't know, whatever. My daughter's third place for a cheer competition this weekend. She has another thing tonight, so we'll hopefully get to first place and maybe get a bid to Summit. Or we already have a bid. Okay, well, maybe we'll get a paid bid. We don't have a paid bid, so maybe we'll get a paid bid. So yeah, wish her some luck, and that's about it, man.
Rock on.
As far as me goes, yeah, I don't know what videos I'll be coming out with here eventually. Even like this short form stuff. I kind of made a little bit of announcement. I'm gonna probably do some bite-sized rave videos, just to kind of balance out the hate a little bit. Because yeah, the hate's not going anywhere. Don't get me wrong. There's just too much dumb stuff in the world. But I was thinking about it. I was like, there's a lot of stuff I like a lot. So I'm gonna do some bite-sized raves and see how they do.
Okay.
I think a lot of people like the rants because I don't know, people like to watch me act like an idiot. But I think also there's a lot of people that just they feel what I'm saying. So I always say I'm pure and fury. Like a lot of people kind of channel their own rage through me. But yeah, I want to try it out and see if people like it. Give a little bit of a balance. So, yeah, I think that's it. We really appreciate you guys very much.
Yes.
We will be on next week. I don't know what the topic will be yet, but I'm sure we'll come up with something. Oh no,
I'll be at Atlanta
do, Black History Month. That's right.
Yeah, and I'll be at Atlanta BrickCon next Sunday, so I can show you some stuff too there.
Yeah,
We'll have some stuff there.
But yeah, like I said, we are going to do Black History Month next week. So if you do know any Black creators, mock builders, anybody in the community that deserves a shout out, a highlight, yeah, please let us know, and we will definitely be sharing it.
And the Super Bowl is next week too.
It is.
Holy
It is
cow,
next Sunday.
man. Good Lord.
Got a lot going on.
We got a lot
we
going
do.
on next Sunday.
Yeah, we do. Next Sunday, pretty crazy. All right, we're gonna do the Good Morning Brick World member outro. I do need to update it, but this is what we got so far. We will see you guys next week. Thank you again for being with us, and stay safe and stay warm out there. Mwah.
See you guys.
Love ya.